to Intentional Space, Andresa. I am very excited to have you here. Let me pour you a beautiful cup of tea.
Thank you.
We've got Jasmine here for you today.
That's lovely, thank you.
Very welcome. Now, I feel very passionate about motivating women to be inspired to live a life that fully feeds their heart and soul.
Yeah.
And so my vision for Intentional Space is to motivate people to conquer fears, to step into the uncomfortable, and to create lives that really feed the soul.
Yeah.
And so I feel that I want this to be an opportunity for you to discuss what you want and share your vision. So who are you?
So my name is Andresa. I moved to Australia in 2016, originally from Brazil. I'm 28 years old at the moment, and I just started my art journey back in 2019, and then of course I had up and downs and moments where I was doing it a lot and moments where I had a bit of a pause and just lack of creativity and inspiration.
Is that during COVID?
Not really. It was just actually mostly when I moved to Byron from Sydney. That first, I don't know, I had like a good 6-7 months where I was really stuck and I just couldn't create anything. I was just feeling like I had no inspiration. I'm not even good at this, you know. I was even trying everything. Was just looking yuck.
Yeah, like creative block.
Yeah, we can call that. Yeah.
What is your business?
So my business is called Mana Arts. It's just an art business, not just an art business, but it's it started just me painting and exploring my artistic side, and then it kept going and it kept growing inside of me, and I always had a lot of friends who would tell me oh, you should be selling your paintings, you're so amazing, I love this, and just
I felt the same way when I saw your art.
And then I just started selling it to friends and things like that, and probably around 8 months ago, I really got that feeling of creating again, and I started creating and painting again, and then.
So it's only been within the last 8 months that you started. So you started originally in 2019.
Painting.
And then I remember when you started getting some prints of your work and then bringing them in and kind of offering them out. And then you did that for about 12 months?
Yeah, but not really.
This is not a passion project.
Yeah, not really just okay, you like it. If you want it, and selling it really cheap as well, and not really thinking much of quality prints or anything like that. So now when I started painting again, a lot of friends of mine were like, "Oh, you should go and do the marketing bar." And I was like, "That's a good idea," but I was kind of putting myself off. I was like, not sure. What if it doesn't go well? What if nobody buys anything? You always have those questions before starting. What if? And then I was just like, you know what, I'll just try. I always had a lot of support from friends and my partner as well, so I was being really supported, and I just felt, okay, I'll give it a go. So I tried it, I had everything organized in my head, and we went there, and the first market was really good. I actually sold quite a few pieces, and I had really good feedback from the people coming to the market.
Were they friends or were they just new customers?
Yeah, just new people, because we have a lot of people coming to the market, so obviously I had a lot of friends coming in because it was my first market, and they all wanted to show support, but also all these people that had never seen me before. So it was really reassuring for me to get the feedback from people that have no idea who I am, and just be like, I actually like what you do. It was just okay, so this is not my, because sometimes you think of course your friend's gonna tell you it's good, because they're your friends, they're gonna tell you it's good.
Not always, but mainly,
do you know what I mean? It's almost can I trust this?
Especially in Byron Bay as well.
So it was really reassuring, and then I kept going, and then I created I had the Instagram, but I never posted anything or So I actually like took that and I start posting and thinking more about ways of reaching people and just thinking more as a business, you know, like how to make this into a business.
Yeah, and this is a little bit different. So I don't know if you would have thought of this before, but in terms of wanting to stop doing what you've been doing as a career, was that partly a driving force with your art business? So
so I've been childcare educator for quite a while, like almost 7 years now, and that's tiring. Obviously, it's not an easy job, but I think my passion is creation. You know, like in many ways, not just painting, but creation in general, like handmade and like crafts and I love that. So when I realized I could make some money out of it, it was not just a passion that I was doing in, you know, like
it's your hobby.
It could be something else. Obviously I was like, oh wait, this could be an opportunity to have my own business, because in the end of the day we all want to have our own business, you know, like and as I kept going with the markets and just selling and like making new contacts, I realized I didn't have enough time to do all the things I wanted to do because I was working full time as an educator. So I had to take the decision of like what I'm going to do now. And then I decided to go down my job, like on my position, and also like working part time.
Reduce your days and your take a my hours just to like invest more into my business. And how do you go? Do you feel like you're able to? Do you have the discipline to invest that time into your business so the days up?
I feel like actually now I work way more than before, because when I'm at home, I'm all the time thinking. It's a lot, you know, like people don't see this side, but it's a lot to do. Like I created my own website from the scratch all by myself. I do all by myself, so it takes a lot of time and a lot of like learning, because a lot of these things are new for me. I don't know, so I'm just learning as I go, and like so I have the discipline, but at the same time there's a lot of distractions around, like people, you know, like when you're working at home and it's hard because it's your own time and you can manage the way you want. It's not like when you're in a job that you know this is
you're
the
there
time.
for 7 hours, and
you can manage your time. You can take a break whenever. So I'm still learning how to do that in a healthy way. Sometimes I feel like, this week I only worked. I haven't like taken any time off.
Balance,
because when I think I'm having time off, I'm actually doing social media. Or you know what I mean? So I'm still in the process of learning how to like manage my time in a health way. You know?
Because you've created your website yourself, which looks fantastic. You've done your social media, like we discussed, that you are building your followers quite dramatically. Like I noticed that within a short period of time. And you've done that by boosting your posts. Right?
Just boosting I've just started like sponsoring my posts. We had a really good outcome. And just like obviously support from people sharing posts and just trying to like be active on social media and just working on it, you know, like, and I feel like being active and creating good and quality content as well. I've been learning that, not just doing anything just to be active, but also like doing things that are nice and people are interested to see, and that shows who I am, not just the art, but who is behind the art. That makes sense.
That's it. Like being authentic and being vulnerable. And I know that one thing that we spoke about was like when you did have creator's block recently and you were trying to get inspired and like doing your research, you were like, it has to come from my heart, like it has to be super authentic, so you didn't recreate anything until your most recent history, like, I don't know, it was like a couple of weeks or something, but you wanted it to be like super authentic.
So it takes time, and you know, it's sometimes it feels like it's a lot, but I love what I do, and I think everything takes time, you know.
Yeah.
Some days I feel really motivated and I'm like, wow, this is happening, I love this, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
The next day I'm tired, I'm like, I don't want to do it anymore, I don't want to do social media anymore, I don't want to be like on my computer, I just want to paint. So I feel like it's just learning and where to take the time for this and that. So I'm trying to like divide my days into like, this is a creative day, this is a admin day, this is a social media planning day.
Good, yeah. Do you have a platform for that, or do you just do that more so mentally? Or
I do a lot in my head, and I'm very like, I don't know, but I like to write on a piece of paper more than having a map or like even on my computer. I feel like that's the way I learn to do things. Yeah. So I just
like being able to cross something out. When
that's so good.
Like,
that's what I like to do. I have all these lists, to-do lists, like ideas. Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything that holds you back that you have to push through on a daily basis with those things?
I think with like when you create your own product, I think the biggest fear is what other people will think.
Yeah.
Because you're creating it out of your mind and you don't know, like you're making for yourself, but you're also depending on other people's opinion for your art to go well, if that makes sense. Yeah. So I think sometimes that's a bit of a fear of like, oh, what if nobody likes it? Yeah. But I think I actually don't have that so much anymore. I think I learned to just do it for myself, like what I like to create, or I like to create this style, I like to create this and that. And especially doing the markets, I noticed that everybody has a different point of view in the same thing, in perspective. And what some people come along and be like, oh, this is my favorite paint, oh my god, I love it. And then I think to myself, oh, but it's my least popular. But that person loves it. Or maybe even for myself, I was like, oh, that's not my favorite, but that person. And so, you know, like it's really personal, and like even the painting you think, oh, I don't like this, I hate it, it looks you've somebody walk in and be like, oh my god, this is divine. So it's literally
it's all perspective,
So I feel like the most important thing for me is like thinking what I like, what I would put on my wall. You know, what I would look and be like, I would buy this, I would have this. So if I am happy with the painting, that's all matters for me. But obviously, you know, like you want to make that into your business, so you always worry also how, you know, to reach other people. How do people see it?
That really made my heart just sing, because I feel like that's everybody's biggest fear. Like when you're having to be vulnerable in the way that you are being vulnerable through your art, it's like lying naked for people to judge you when you're just like trying to give something. It's terrifying. But you do it so well, and that's why you're here, that's why you're doing this, that's why you're actually taking action, because you're not letting that take over or the fear control you on this journey. My friend said that, you know, with his businesses, there's been so many people who've been like, oh, that wouldn't work. You know, and if you listen to that as well, then you're just never gonna go.
Yeah, totally.
How cute is this?
I love it.